It's the end of module assessment review. Question number 1. All right, to solve these equations, we are going to subtract 3 from both sides. Our one-step equations. X equals negative 11. So now we have x plus 3 equals negative 8. Substitute in negative 11 plus 3 equals negative 8. Negative 8 equals negative 8. Now we have x minus 2.1 equals 6.8. So we're going to add 2.1 to both sides. We have x equals 8.9. So now to check our answer here, we have x minus 2.1 equals 6.8. We have 8.9 minus 2.1 equals 6.8. We have 6.8 equals 6.8. And it checks. For this one, we need to divide negative 5 to both sides. So we have x equals 7. So to check this, we have negative 5x equals negative 35. So negative 5 times 7 equals negative 35. Negative 35 equals negative 35. And that checks. Next, we have multiply both sides by negative 2. And w equals negative 12. So now to check our answer here, we have w over negative 2 equals 6. Negative 12 over negative 2 equals 6. And 6 equals 6. And that checks. Next, we have 1/2. X plus 1/2 equals 3/4. So minus 1/2 to both sides. So x equals 1/4. So now to check it, we're going to substitute it in. Always rewrite. And then we're going to replace. And then we're going to do the math. When you do the math, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are going to use your calculators. And by using our calculators, when we add this, we get 3/4. That's going to equal 3/4. And it checks. Our next question, we have on the opposite side, which is okay. You still just do the math. We're going to divide both sides by negative 4. So y equals 3. So here we have negative 12 equals negative 4y. So we replace y. Let me redo this. So we replace y with 3. So negative 12 equals negative 12. Next, we have with rational coefficients, okay, decimals, fractions. So here we're going to divide both sides by 2. So we have x equals 6.2. So when we check it, we have 2x equals 12.4. So 2 times 6.2 equals 12.4. and 12.4 equals 12.4. And it checks. Next, I have 1/7, which in this case, ladies and gentlemen, we multiply through by the reciprocal, or 7/1. And we multiply by 7/1. So these are gone. So we have x equals -28. Okay. So now we have 1/7 x equals -4. And 1/7 times -28 equals -4. And here we multiply that, we get -4 equals -4, and it checks. Our next problem we have are two-step equations. So here we subtract 16 from both sides. We have -2r equaling 4. And then we divide both sides by -2. And r equals 2. So here we have -2r plus 16 equals 20. So -2 times 2 plus 16 equals 20. So -4, or sorry, this is -2, I apologize. Let me fix this. -2 times -2 plus 16, so 4 plus 16 equals 20. 20 equals 20. And that checks. So our next problem we have is 1/3 x minus 7 equals -2. So we're going to add 7 to both sides. So here I have 1/3 x equals 5. And then we are going to multiply both sides by 3/1. We get x equals 15. So now we are going to rewrite it. We are going to replace the x with 15. And then we are going to do the math. So 15 times 3 is 5, minus 7 equals -2. And 5 minus 7 is -2 equals -2. And it checks. Our next problem we have is distributive property. So here we have, excuse me, 5 times x is 5x. 5 times -2 is -10. And that equals -20. So by adding 10 to both sides, I have 5x, which equals -10. Dividing by 5, I have x equals -2. So now I have 5 times x minus 2 equals -20. I substitute in the -2. So 5 times -2 minus 2 equals -20. So 5 times -4 equals -20. So -20 equals -20, and it checks. Next, I have 1/4 times a plus 6 equals 10. Here I can take a shortcut that I've talked about in class. We can multiply both sides by 4/1 to get rid of the fraction, which makes this gone. So we have a plus 6 equals, and multiply this to get 40. And then we can subtract 6 from both sides. And we get A equals 34. So now to check it, we go back to the original. We are going to substitute in 34 for A. So 34 plus 6 equals 10. So 34 plus 6 is 40. So 1/4 times 40 equals 10. And then 10 equals 10. And it checks. So next we have combining like terms. So we have 2x plus x is 3x. Minus 9 equals negative 18. So we're going to add 9 to both sides. So we have 3x equals negative 9. Dividing by 3. We have x equals negative 3. So to substitute it in, I have 2 times negative 3 plus negative 3 minus 9 was negative 18. If negative 6 minus 3 minus 9 was negative 18. So negative 18 was negative 18. And remember, it's all one operation, so we can do that. Here I have 5x minus 7x is negative 2x plus 12 equals 8. So we have minus 12 on both sides. So we have negative 2x equals negative 4. Dividing both sides by negative 2. So I have x equals negative 2. We have 5x minus 7x plus 12 equals 8. So 5 times negative 2 minus 7 times negative 2 plus 12 equals 8. So we have negative 10 plus 14 plus 12 equals 18. Equals 8. So we have 4. Oh, this is negative, so this is a positive 2, guys. Sorry. Oh, Mrs. Smythe. Mrs. Smythe does not know how to work today. I have a cold. Sorry, guys. Let me fix this. So this is a positive 2, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. So 10 minus 14 plus 12 equals 8. So 10 minus 14 is negative 4 plus 12 equals 8. And 8 equals 8. So now to go to our graphs, we have minus 8, minus 8. So t is less than 1. So 1, 2, 3, 0, negative 1. Circle around our 1. We do not color it in. We shade it to the left. So t plus 8 is less than 9. I'm going to use 0. 0 plus 8 is less than 9. 8 is less than 9, and it checks. This one, we're going to add 1.7 to both sides. And we get g is less than or equal to negative 8.6. So here I get negative 8.6. But you don't have to go down by the points. So you can go negative 7, negative 6, and go up negative 9 and negative 10. As long as you're showing the numbers, that's fine. So here when I go to circle it, we got to color it in because it's or equal to. Again, they're going to shade to the left. So to check it, we get G minus 1.7 is less than or equal to negative 10.3. I'm going to pick 10 just because it's easier to add. So negative 10 minus 1.7 is less than or equal to negative 10.3. So negative 11.7 is less than or equal to negative 10.3, and it checks. Our next problems, let me fix the light, guys. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So now we have, let's divide 7 to both sides. So we have x is greater than negative 7. So we have negative 7, negative 6, negative 5, negative 8, negative 9. So we have 7x is greater than negative 49. So we're going to put a circle, and we are going to shade to the right. So I am going to pick negative 6. So 7 times negative 6 is greater than negative 49. So negative 42 is greater than negative 49. So here, remember our rule, guys. We are multiplying by negative 3. So our symbol is going to switch. We have r is now greater than or equal to negative 18. So we have negative 18, negative 17, negative 16, negative 19, negative 20. So circle and color it in. And we're going to go to the right. But remember, when you check it, ladies and gentlemen, you always go back to the original. So we have r over 3 is less than or equal to 6. So I'm going to use negative 15. So negative 15 over negative 3 is less than or equal to 6. So 5 is less than or equal to 6. The next problem is 4x. So we're going to add 16 or subtract 16 from both sides. So we have 4x is greater than or equal to 4. Divide both sides by 4. We have x is greater than or equal to 1. We have 1, 2, 3, 0, negative 1. Circle around our 1, color it in, and it goes to the right. So we have 4x plus 16 is greater than or equal to 20. I'm going to pick 2. So 4 times 2 plus 16 is greater than or equal to 20. So 8 plus 16 is greater than or equal to 20. And 24 is greater than or equal to 20. And it, oh, sorry guys. And it is works. So here we have plus 6 to both sides. So we have negative 2x is less than 24. We're going to divide by negative 2. And again, we're dividing by a negative number, so we switch, and it's negative 12. So negative 12, negative 11, negative 10, negative 13, negative 14. Circle around our 12. We do not color it in, and it goes to our left. So negative 2x minus 6 is less than 18. So negative 2 times negative 11 minus 6 is less than 18. So 22 minus 6 is less than 18. And this is 16 is less than 18, and it works. Okay. Next are our word problems, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to cross off 22. We're not going to worry about that one. Number 21. Martha borrowed $98 from her father. She plans to repay her father $14 per week. Write and solve an equation to find the number of weeks required to pay her father back. Well, let X equal number of weeks. So our equation will be, well, if it's $14 per week for every week, so 14 weeks, and she borrowed $98. How many weeks is it for $98? So 14x equals 98. Divide 14 both sides. And x is going to equal 7 weeks. So to check it, 14x equals 98. 14 times 7 equals 98. 98 equals 98. Our next question. Jesse wants to spend less than $18.75 on new socks. Each pack costs $6. Write and solve an inequality to find the maximum number of packs she can buy. So let X equal the number of packs. So again, the cost is $6 for every pack, and they want to spend less than $18.75. Well, for that one, we're going to have 6x is less than $18.75. So dividing that by 6, we get x is less than 3.125. So therefore, x has to be less than 3. So to check it, 6x is less than or $18.75. So 6 times 3, less than 18.75. So 18 is less than 18.75. Oh, let me move this up. Sorry, guys. So it says interpret this. So Jesse must buy less than or no more than three packs of socks. Now for the next problem, the last problem. Mr. Walker works as a salesman in an electronics store. He earns $600 a week plus $50 for every computer he sells. Write and solve an inequality to determine the number of computers he must sell in order to earn at least $1,250 a week. So let X equal the number of computers. So he earns $600 a week plus $50 for every computer. He wants to earn at least $1,250. So 600 plus 50, X is greater than or equal to 1,250. So subtract 600 from both sides. 50x is greater than or equal to 650. Divide both sides by 50. And x is greater than or equal to 13. So to check it, we've got 600 plus 50x greater than or equal to 1250. So I'm going to use 414. So what that means is he must sell at least 13 computers. And that ends our review.